What do you think about this statement? Marriage is forever or permanent. Do you agree with that? Or do you agree that marriage is only permanent until the problems, the issues, and the challenges get to a point where you can't take it no more? So that gives you justified reason to call off the marriage, even though you say it for better or for worse, to death do us part. Or do you think that marriage is simply nothing more than a piece of paper? Because there are some people who think that. I believe that marriage is permanent. And I clearly understand that there's issues, there's challenges, there's problems that people face. And one person once told me that everybody has a breaking point. And in some cases, maybe in general, or life in general, that I get that. But when it comes to marriage, ideally, each person, the husband and the wife, the man, the woman, should not have a breaking point unless the person, one of the spouses, was disloyal, being unfaithful uh, in the marriage. So from that perspective, yeah, that is absolutely a breaking point. But all these other issues or challenges or problems that arise in a marriage, they should not be a breaking point. Now, true, they can cause problems, they can cause stress, they can cause multiple issues, but the marriage should be permanent. And for that reason, I have focused my attention on being able to help persons to save their relationship when their partner is not just physically checking out of the relationship, but also emotionally checking out of the relationship. Now, if you've seen any of my previous videos, you have heard me say that this resource here, uh, $47, the link is in the description, it's part of a bundle. I think the bundle was 67. This resource can definitely make a huge difference in your marriage. Now, that's not to say that this is a replacement for God's word, the Bible. I do believe that is the best resource, the best wisdom, the best practical advice that's out there. But this resource here is consistent with the principles, the teachings that apply to marriages, um, as you will find them in the Bible as well. I'm going to go ahead and refer to a quick start in this particular guide. There's multiple sections, but there is a section that talks about what does emotional connection feel like, and then 7 signs that your partner may be checking out emotionally. And let me read this, and I'll interject my thoughts from time to time. But go ahead and notice this: a partner who is emotionally disconnecting often starts giving less of themselves in conversation. Have you ever noticed that? Oftentimes when you meet someone, conversations last all day. You may even remember yourself talking late at night, talking about everything under the sun, and really enjoying the time that you spend with the person that you eventually decided to marry. And perhaps for some time that continues. But then, because of life, because of multiple issues and problems, and maybe incompatibility, the conversations don't seem like they used to be. The person may still answer questions. How was your day? Tell me about work. What are we going to do with the kids? These types of questions about life. However, oftentimes you will find that persons may be living life together, but they're not enjoying life together. And there's a big difference between the two. Again, they may still talk about daily tasks. They may talk about the schedules. They may talk about bills. They may talk about errands, all those things that married couples have to do. However, the warmth is gone, the openness is gone, the curiosity is gone, and there's no emotional depth, or the emotional depth that's in the conversation begins to fade day by day, week by week, month by month, to where the conversation no longer has any emotional depth whatsoever. It starts to feel like you are communicating about life without really sharing the life with the person. And I want you to think about that. You chose to marry someone to be your lifelong partner, hopefully was your best friend, and at some point the two of you likely had great communication together. But if that communication was only based on surface level types of things and the two of you never connected on an emotional level, this is oftentimes a big reason why couples cannot continue having meaningful conversation helpful communication throughout the duration of the marriage. And as a result of that, some couples, some individuals, whether it's the husband or the wife, they tend to give up. And that's very unfortunate. Communication, according to a lot of people, would be the number one key in a relationship. There's other important factors such as trust, having confidence in someone being honest, but communication usually ranks high on the list. And yet, when couples lose that emotional connection and there's no longer any emotional depth, the conversation tends to fade off. And that's a big indicator that the relationship is not where it should be. But here's something I want you to do. If you're in a situation where you feel that your marriage is not where it needs to be or something's wrong and you cannot put your finger on it, I want you to do this. Ask yourself, has the conversation that you're having with your spouse, whether it's one conversation or multiple conversations, has the conversation changed in quality? Not the quantity or the amount of conversation you're having, because you don't want to mistake the two with each other, but the quality of it. Because if you can ask this question and you can pay attention, the question helps you to stop focusing only on whether they are talking and noticing how they are talking in the relationship. This is a quick win to see whether or not your partner is emotionally disconnecting. And by the way, if they're having a bad day, maybe a bad week, give them the benefit of the doubt. But if you're starting to see a pattern with the quality of the conversation, not the quantity of it, doesn't carry any depth, and it's just surface level, and it's not like it used to be, you want to pay attention to the pattern, because of doing that, you'll begin to notice this shift that is taking place within your marriage. And the emotional connection, this is a telltale sign usually that there's something wrong and something needs to be repaired. If this type of relationship advice really benefits you and it causes you to start thinking, man, I really do need to pay attention. I need to be focused on my spouse. I need to pay attention to her. I need to pay attention to him. If this type of conversation you feel is going to help you out, please subscribe. Please follow my channel. And if you haven't already, join my SKOOL community. The link's in the description below, where I talk about these types of topics and many more to really help couples strengthen the marital bond that they have. And by the way, don't forget this resource, How to Save Your Relationship, How to Save Your Marriage When Your Partner is starting to or they have already emotionally disconnected. The link is in the description below.